in a row.
Is fourth in line to the throne. I am Princess Beloved, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over. God save the Queen!
Here we come, the footman with the great announcement, and let's let them place it.
You can hear the crowds already.
Public view. There are some chains to connect and make sure it doesn't blow away.
Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cambridge, was safely delivered of a daughter. Her Royal Highness and her child are both doing well, and then signed, as you said, by the medical team. 8:32 this morning, 8:34, forgive me, this morning.
I love the way it's all prepared and then a bit of scribbling at the last minute to get it all right. But there it is, classic old-fashioned communication with the public, and the date on the bottom left-hand corner of the paper. And, you know, what a piece of history, too, to go into the brand new archive to be opened for this young princess. The announcement of her birth to the world.
The second born of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. God save the Queen!
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, the wife of Prince William, has given birth to a daughter.
A ceremonial town crier, Tony Appleton, announced the news on the steps outside the private Lindo wing of St Mary's Hospital, West London, that the Duchess, known as Kate, had given birth to her second child. In keeping with tradition, the official announcement of the birth was made by placing a notice on an easel at the forecourt of the Queen's London home, Buckingham Palace. A large crowd gathered outside the gates of the palace and cheered as two men secured the notice to the easel.
It's a girl! Sunshine, you dreamy happiness.
Back at the hospital, meanwhile, crowds of supporters were jubilant upon hearing news of the birth. Some had been camped out for 2 weeks.
I'm ever so pleased. I mean, Princess Diana, William's mother, always wanted a little girl, so I think William should put Diana's name in there somewhere to honour his late mother.
Well, I'm over the moon for them, and I think Prince Charles said he would love a little granddaughter, and Prince Harry said, you know, he would love it if William had a girl, and Prince George has got a little sister now, so that's fantastic. They've completed their family, boy-girl.
Kensington Palace announced that the newborn weighs 8 pounds 3 ounces and that baby and mother are doing well. The Duke of Cambridge was present for the birth. The baby princess will be fourth in line to the throne behind her brother George, father William and grandfather Prince Charles, pushing her uncle Prince Harry down a place in the royal hierarchy.
It's a girl, it's a girl, it's a girl, it's a princess. She's a princess.
It's a girl. She was a similar weight to her brother. She was born a little bit earlier on today. Now, the press people don't normally speak to us from the palace, but I bet we get a thumbs up. See, Jason is over there. He is in charge of the palace press team. I know he won't talk to me, but he might offer me a thumbs up. I know you won't talk to me, but you can offer me a thumbs up, can't you?
Sorry?
Everybody's well?
Everyone's well.
There you go. I tell you a thumbs up and nothing more. Go this way, quick, quick.
On this day, the 2nd of May, in the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of the Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
Who is this bloke in a robe?
Is fourth in line to the throne. May our princess be long lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen!
We've got a new baby princess, and I'm with Katie Nichol. Katie, wow.
Prince William's wife, Catherine, gave birth to a baby boy on Monday, providing Britain's royal family with a future king in an event that had been anticipated around the world. Crowds cheered and rushed towards the gates of Buckingham Palace as it was announced that the Duchess of Cambridge had given birth to a male heir weighing 8 pounds 6 ounces.
On this day, the 22nd of the year 2013, welcome, humble duty, a future king, the first born of the Royal Highness, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, the third line of the throne, and new Prince, the third in charge. May he be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day reign over us.
baby can be expected to become the head of the state of 16 countries, including Britain, Australia and Canada, and possibly the head of the Commonwealth, which covers 54 nations. The baby will be third in line to the throne and in the direct line of succession after head of state Queen Elizabeth II's eldest son and heir Prince Charles, and then his eldest son William.
On this day, the 22nd of July, in the year 2013, we welcome on humble duty a future king, the first born of the Royal Highness, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, the third in line to the throne. Our new prince is the third grandchild of Majesty the Queen and the great grandchild of the Royal Highness the Prince of Wales. May he be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day reign over us. God save the Queen!
Okay,
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay! On this day, the 2nd of May, in the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of the Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen!
The Duchess of Cambridge has given birth to a girl, Kensington Palace has announced. The princess, who is fourth in line to the throne, was safely delivered at 8:34 BST, the palace said in a statement. The Duke of Cambridge was present for the birth of the baby, who weighed 8 pounds 3 ounces, 3.7 kilograms. Both Catherine and her daughter are doing well, the statement added. The name of the baby will be announced in due course. The Duchess had earlier been admitted to the private Lindo wing at St. Mary's Hospital in Paddington, where the couple's first child Prince George was born in July 2013. The statement from Kensington Palace added, the Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh, the Prince of Wales, the Duchess of Cornwall, Prince Harry and members of both families have been informed and are delighted with the news. The latest royal joins the line of succession behind her grandfather Prince Charles, father Prince William and brother Prince George. The baby is the Queen's fifth great-grandchild. The reporters, the camera crews, the hardy fans who've been camping outside had settled in for a long labor. It wasn't to be. The news came in just after 11 o'clock BST. The Duchess had given birth to a daughter just 2.5 hours after arriving at hospital.
Victoria, do you have any idea what we're looking at? This is clearly outside of St. Mary's Hospital.
Well, this is traditionally an old town crier. Back in the day, he would go out into the street and ring the bells to make the announcements, because of course they didn't have Twitter back in the day. So we do have a bit of theatrics here, which I think is quite wonderful. He's tolling the bells, saying God save the Queen, and announcing the new arrival.
On this day, the 2nd of May, in the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen! welcome with humble duty the second born of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long. Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay! On this day, the 2nd of May, in the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
I feel very proud because I'm a big Royalist family supporter. They're so good for our country, especially with this election going on. Knock them all off the telly, thank God.
The second born of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
We're live outside St Mary's Hospital in Paddington, and Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Cambridge, has been born.
Yeah, we are very excited. This is something that we've been all waiting here for, gosh, almost 2 weeks.
We're live outside the Lindo wing for probably the final update of the day. We have just seen the Princess of Cambridge for the very first time.
It was just another moment in history that I think all of us will remember for a lifetime. And Kate, of course, looked flawless, absolutely beautiful. And she did not look like she gave birth 12 hours ago, that's for sure.
No, miracles happen today, for sure.
I am quite shocked. When do you think the next one's going to be? Maybe another 2 years?
Well, I think we're going to have some quiet now,
okay.
Because, of course, after Kensington Palace, they're back in Anmer Hall for best part of 6 weeks, you know, until June the 1st. We're going to see very little of them, and I don't think we're actually going to see anything of this princess until her christening.
Which will be?
Probably in September. There's no date out there yet, but I would put September, October as a rough time frame.
Okay, so now we have even more babies to fall in love with over here. So yeah, a lot of fun surprises today. We were not expecting it to happen and all wrap up this quickly, but it was super exciting for sure.
Who is this bloke in a robe? Who is this bloke in a robe? Who is this bloke in a robe? Who is this bloke in a robe?
2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of the Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen!
Nothing like tradition. Longtime town crier Tony Appleton was on the scene outside of St. Mary's Hospital in London on Saturday, May 2nd, to make his special announcement that Kate Middleton and Prince William welcomed a new baby girl. At 11:19 a.m. local time in the UK, the 80-year-old Toastmaster, who is the president of the Guild of International Millennium Town Criers, announced the birth of the Princess Anne, in the traditional cry, called on locals to come outside and wet the baby's head, or toast to the royal baby.
There is a lot to be said for tradition in royal affairs.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay!
There's also a lot to be said for an old man in a funny hat stealing the spotlight from a newborn baby.
May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen!
That was Tony Appleton giving his kind of unofficial announcement as a town crier. And by the way, he is a town crier, just not for London. That city hasn't had one since 2009. Appleton did the same thing when Prince George was born back in 2013. The position of town crier in England came about in medieval times, when many people weren't able to read or write. So the crier would be called upon to read new laws and other news.
I wasn't invited, I gate-crashed it. I always follow the royals, I'm a real royalist, you know. I decided that I wanted to be the first person in the world to announce the birth of that boy.
But the funny thing is, no one asked Appleton to do that for George's birth. He just showed up in full regalia and read a decree that sounded like it came straight from olden days. He actually made his announcement before the official one, thanks to a tip he got from someone inside the hospital. And at that time, the media didn't know what to think of him.
Victoria, do you have any idea what we're looking at?
London's official town crier was everything you could want other than intelligible. I mean, really, folks, I gotta say, the only way he could have been better is if he were real.
Many started referring to him as the official town crier for London, and his image became the face of George's birth announcement, which forced the media to do some backtracking when everyone figured out he wasn't legit.
Ye olde Department of Corrections shall herewith be presented. I made a royal error on last night's show.
But Appleton didn't like being referred to as a phony, so when Kate became pregnant with her second child, he told Us Weekly he reached out to the royal family for their approval.
Felt as this time I was actually a messenger from the palace.
He got a thumbs up from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, but Kensington Palace still made a birth announcement on Twitter before he had the chance to give his old-timey decree. For Newsy, I'm Kate Grumke.
On this day, the 2nd of May, in the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen! the second born of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen. Oh yea! On this day, the 2nd of May, in the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Kensington Palace has announced the arrival of a new princess after the Duchess of Cambridge gave birth to a baby girl. The baby weighed in at 8 pounds 3 ounces, and the Duke of Cambridge, her father, was present for the birth. Though she hasn't been named just yet, the palace said mother and daughter were both doing well. Members of the royal family have been informed and are said to be delighted with the news. Kate was a number of days overdue and had been taken to the Lindo wing of St Mary's Hospital at 6 a.m. this morning. Police were standing guard outside the entrance to the wing as the world's media waited for news of the birth. Fans had gathered in anticipation and were delighted at the news of a new princess.
Als der Londoner Stadtschreier Tony Appleton vor dem St. Mary's Krankenhaus die Geburt der kleinen Prinzessin verkündet, gibt es für die wartende Menge kein Halten mehr. Es ist ein Mädchen, wunderbar, nicht wahr? Und sie ist so schnell geboren. Ich hoffe, Mutter und Kind geht es gut, aber ich bin sicher, das tut es. Das sind fantastische, wundervolle Neuigkeiten. Es ist ein Mädchen, ein Mädchen.
It's a girl, it's a girl, it's a girl.
Als am frühen Samstagmorgen bekannt wird, dass Kate in den Wehen liegt, eilen immer mehr Reporter und Schaulustige zur Klinik. Nach 2,5 Stunden bringt Kate ihre Tochter zur Welt. Sie wiegt bei der Entbindung 3700 Gramm. Prinz William ist bei der Geburt dabei. Ich kann gar nicht klar denken vor lauter Aufregung. Es ist so, als ob ich selbst Mutter geworden wäre. War sie nicht schnell? Sie kam erst um 6 in die Klinik. Manche eingefleischte Monarchiefans haben seit 2 Wochen vor dem Krankenhaus kampiert, um die Geburt des Royal Baby auf keinen Fall zu verpassen. Auch der britische Premier David Cameron sendet Glückwünsche via Twitter. Die Kleine ist das zweite Kind von Kate und William. Sohn George war im Juli 2013 zur Welt gekommen. Der Name für die Nummer 4 in der britischen Thronfolge ist noch nicht bekannt. Bei den Buchmachern stehen Alice und Charlotte besonders hoch im Kurs.
On this day, the 2nd of May, in the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of the Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
Who is this bloke in the road?
Is fourth in line to the throne. May our Princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen!
Here we come, the footman with the great announcement, and let's let them place it.
You can hear the crowds already.
Public view. There are some chains to connect and make sure it doesn't blow away.
Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cambridge, was safely delivered of a daughter. Her Royal Highness and her child are both doing well, and then signed, as you said, by the medical team. 8:32 this morning, 8:34, forgive me, this morning.
I love the way it's all prepared and then a bit of scribbling at the last minute to get it all right. But there it is, classic old-fashioned communication with the public, and the date on the bottom left-hand corner of the paper. And, you know, what a piece of history, too, to go into the brand new archive to be opened for this young princess. The announcement of her birth to the world.
So, Jeff, tell us who you have there and how exciting it was for him.
Well, I have to get his attention first here, Hannah. We're up now, Tony. This is Tony Appleton, perhaps better known to most of his fans as the town crier here in London. And Tony had an important job today, perhaps not as important as Kate's job, but important nonetheless. He had the job of announcing the royal birth. What was it like? What's it like to do that, Tony?
Well, I tell you what, when you're in front of the world, you can't make a mistake. And it was a lot of pressure on me. But I got my words right, and I feel ecstatic. I'm drunk on my own adrenaline at the moment.
He's losing his voice, he was telling me earlier, Hannah. Tony, you were here and you had the honor of announcing Prince George.
Yeah.
So how does the excitement around his little sister's birth compare to that event a couple of years ago?
Well, I think it's a bit more, actually, unbelievable. You know, just seems a bit more attention at this time, because we wanted a princess, and George has now got a sister, and it's so exciting, believe me. I'm a real royalist. I'm so excited.
Yeah, a lot of excitement here. We are just surrounded by hundreds of other royal watchers here now. Yeah. Tony, I have to ask, given, I mean, as great as you look, this is not, your role is not officially part of the royal protocol, so how did you manage to swing this gig?
Well, last time I just turned up, and I had a lot of, not bad press, but the American press particularly, said that I was a fake town crier, which really upset me, and I'm not a fake town crier. So I wrote to the Duke and Duchess, and in October, and they replied to me, and more or less gave me the go-ahead to be here today. And then when I got out the cab, I'd done the last time, everyone was really waiting for me. So it looked like they really laid it on for me.
That's right. And now we've had to line up just to get your interview here. And I mean, you mentioned that they told you to come here, told you. Have you had any feedback from other people, including the royals, about the job that you've been doing here?
Well, I've had a few Twitters to say that you've done well done. One was from Kensington Palace, so don't tell her.
Really?
Yeah.
The official Kensington Palace account. Last question, Tony. People are saying in the age of Twitter, Kensington Palace, of course, tweeted the news on Twitter about the royal birth. So why do we still need a town crier at an age of social media?
Well, it still gives more attention to people, and I mean, all of a sudden, you know, I know you got your thing, but I'm colourful, I'm projective, and I'm real. You know, that's it.
Very colourful. Before we let you go, any guess on the name?
Say again?
Any guess on the baby's name?
Yeah, Alice.
Alice. There you have it. Alice seems to be the hands-down favorite here, Hannah. We'll have to wait probably 24, 72 hours to learn the name. But right now, hundreds of eyes and camera lenses are all trained on that door right behind us, waiting for their first glimpse of the new princess.
Thank you for that, Jeff. And a very colorful town crier, Tony Appleton, outside St. Mary's Hospital in London.
The princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning, weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer. His sister, the new princess, will be 4th in line to the throne. After him, Father William and grandfather Prince Charles.
The princess is 4th in line to the throne. May our princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer. His sister, the new princess, will be 4th in line to the throne. After him, Father William and grandfather Prince Charles.
Be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer. His sister, the new princess, will be 4th in line to the throne. After him, Father William and grandfather Prince Charles.
The princess is 4th in line to the throne. May our princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer. His sister, the new princess, will be 4th in line to the throne. After him, Father William and...
The princess is 4th in line to the throne. May our princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer. His sister, the new princess, will be 4th in line to the throne. After him, Father William and grandfather Prince Charles.
The princess is 4th in line to the throne. May our princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer. His sister, the new princess, will be 4th in line to the throne. After him, Father William and grandfather Prince Charles.
This is 4th in line to the throne. May our princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer. His sister, the new princess, will be 4th in line to the throne. After him, Father William and grandfather Prince Charles.
The princess is 4th in line to the throne. May our princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning, weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer.
The princess is fourth in line to the throne. May our princess be long-lived, happy and glorious, and one day long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Britain's Duchess of Cambridge, wife of Prince William, has given birth to their daughter in London. The royal baby arrived on Saturday morning, weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces, much to the delight of fans who line the streets outside St Mary's Hospital. Prince George was born at the same hospital in 2013. He'll turn 2 this summer. His sister, the new princess, will be 4th in line to the throne. After him, Father William and grandfather Prince Charles.
On this day, the 2nd of May, in the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of the Royal Highness, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The princess is fourth in line to the throne. And princess is our big, happy and glorious, and one day long, reign over us. God save the Queen.
People have continued to stay here, soaking up the atmosphere this evening, and adding to all the colour and excitement has been Tony Appleton, a town crier involved in the London Olympics closing ceremony and indeed on many other royal occasions. Tony, just tell us a little bit about what you've done in terms of royal occasions over the years.
Well, I was at the royal wedding and I stood on a ladder for 7 hours outside Buckingham Palace, cheering the crowd on, and we're having a song and get things really going. And the Diamond Jubilee, Golden Jubilee, I've been to them all.
So you describe yourself perhaps as a little bit of a cheerleader for the crowd.
I'm a real big royalist, and I was very friendly with the Queen Mother and the valet, William Talon. Many years ago, I'm a professional Toastmaster, Guild of International Professional Toastmaster, and we used to present the Queen Mother with a Nebuchadnezzar 20 bottles of champagne on her birthday.
It's been an amazing few years for this country. Of course, as we mentioned, the Olympics, but in terms of royal occasions, the royal wedding, the Diamond Jubilee, now the birth of the 3rd in line to the throne, a future king. Yeah. It's been an amazing time in royal history and for the history of this country, hasn't it?
It's been absolutely fantastic, and you know, anybody who's not a royalist, I can't believe it. You know, when I see these people going around, you know, they're the backbone of our country. You know, they bring mega tourists into our country. It's a fact, and a lot of people are jealous of us, I promise you.
And when you talk to people when you're out and about doing your town crying and your other duties, what do they say to you about this, about the anticipation of this birth?
Oh, they're so all excited. There's not one bad word, and I think it's brought the atmosphere like we had the Olympics last year. The same sort of atmosphere. The Brits are very good at getting back up again, you know, and we're all back on a high again. I think it's lovely.
It's certainly a fantastic piece of news in a world where we have to report on so many serious pieces of news. Yeah. This is a rather happy piece of news.
And we like
by anyone's standards.
It's so funny and so happy. Everybody's so happy here.
Well, thank you very much indeed for that. Thank you. That was Tony Appleton there, who was cheering the crowds and leading the crowds on in their celebration.